Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Nimbus Learning. I Pankaj Mishra welcome you all again at Nimbus Learning platform. As all of you know that our most expected question series is going on for the NIC exam, means what types of questions they can ask in the exam. So in this series, this is my third video for the computer organization. In this video I have 10 questions. Each and every question is very good question. Okay, so let's start the question one by one. This is the question number first. Okay, let's see what it is saying and what it is asking you. क्या क्या क्वेश्चन में गिवन है और हमें क्या फाइंड आउट करना है. ओके, ए पाइपलाइन P operating at 400 megahertz has a speed up factor of 6. What is given? Speed up factor is given and speed up factor is represented by S. Okay, so S equal to what? 6. S equal to what? 6. Okay, as denoting here is what? Speed up factor, and operating at 7% efficiency, and efficiency is also given. Efficiency is represented by eta and eta equal to given 0.7. okay, 0.7 means is what? 70%. 0.7 means is what? 70%, right? How many stages are there in the pipeline? Okay, it is asking you what number of stages in the pipeline. We have a simple relationship between S, eta and K. Okay, K is what? Number of stages in the pipeline processor. So what is the relationship? What is the formula we need to remember? Okay, to calculate that types of question. Efficiency equal to S upon K, where S equal to what? Speed up. Where S equal to what? Speed up. Speed up is given how much? 6. K equal to what? Stages. K equal to what? Stages. And efficiency, eta equal to what? Efficiency. Everything is given here, just need to put all the values as eta. Okay, you will get what? K. You will get what? K. आपको क्या मिल जाएगा यहाँ से? K मिल जाएगा. Efficiency is how much? 0.7. S equal to how much? 6 upon K. Okay, so what you will get? Okay, K equal to what? 6 upon 0.7. When you will remove the decimal, then 0 is here. Okay, so 7 8 ja how much? 56. How much is remaining? 5. Okay, 56. Okay, 4 is there. 7 5 ja 35. 7 5 ja 35 and 7 6 ja 48. 8.56. This is near about this is near about what? 9. This is near about what? 9. So number of stages is how much? 9. Okay, option देख लीजिए. 5 no. How much stages is here? 9. Okay, B 6 no, C 8 no, D 9 yes. Option D is correct here. Option D is correct here. So I hope you understand. Okay, let's see the question number second. This is the second question. This is again belongs to the pipeline. Okay, consider a non-pipelined machine with 6 stages. The length of each stages are 20 nanosecond, 10 nanosecond, 30 nanosecond, 25 nanosecond, 40 nanosecond and 15 nanosecond. So this is a non-uniform pipeline processor because the stage delay of each and every stage are different. Okay, each and every stage का जो stage delay है वो आपका different है. That's why it is a non-pipelined processor. Okay, respectively. Suppose for implementing the pipelining, the machine adds 5 nanosecond overhead for each stage for clock skew and setup. Okay, this is the setup time. Skew and setup time is given. Okay, this is the extra time. Okay, what is the speed up factor of the pipelining system? What is the speed up factor of the pipelining system? So we have a formula S equal to what? Tn upon Tp. Tn upon Tp. Okay, Tn equal to what? Cycle time for the pipeline non-pipeline processor, and Tp equal to what? Cycle time for the pipeline processor, right? So how you can calculate Tn? Okay, how you can calculate the cycle time for the non-pipeline processor? So you need to add all the stage delays. When you will add all the stage delays, then it will give you what? Tn. Tn means is what? Cycle time for non-pipeline processor. So when you will add all these stage delays, then it will give you what? Cycle time of non-pipeline processor. So 30 nanosecond plus 25 nanosecond plus 40 nanosecond plus 15 nanosecond plus 20 plus 10. ओके यहाँ पर हमें क्या लिखना है, स्टार्टिंग से लिख लेते हैं हम लोग. 20 नैनोसेकेंड प्लस 10 नैनोसेकेंड प्लस 30 नैनोसेकेंड प्लस 25 नैनोसेकेंड प्लस 40 नैनोसेकेंड प्लस 15 नैनोसेकेंड. मीन्स हम लोग सारी स्टेज डिलेस को ऐड कर देंगे तो हमें क्या मिल जाएगा, साइकिल टाइम ऑफ नॉन पाइपलाइन प्रोसेसर मिल जाएगा. सो जब इन सबको हम लोग ऐड करेंगे, व्हेन वी विल ऐड ऑल दिस स्टेज डिलेस, देन व्हाट विल कम, 20, 30, 60, 40, 140 will come. 140 nanosecond will come. Okay, so Tn equal to what? 140 nanosecond. And how you can calculate what Tp? So in the non-uniform pipeline processor, we can calculate the Tp by taking the max, of all the stage delays. All the stage, by taking the max of all the stage delays. Stage delays हमारे पास यहाँ पर क्या है? Write down all the state delays here. 20 nanosecond, 10 nanosecond, 30 nanosecond, 25 nanosecond, 40 nanosecond, 15 nanosecond. Right? So what is the max here? 40 nanosecond. Okay. So how you can calculate TP max from the stage delays? Stage delays हमें max लेना है, plus जो setup time है उसको भी ऐड कर देना है. Setup time को भी ऐड कर देना है. So what is the max value? 40 nanosecond plus setup time is given how much? 5 nanosecond. We need to add here, right? So 45 nanosecond. This is the cycle time for the pipeline processor. We have a formula, put all the values here. So S equal to what? S equal to what? Tn how much? 140 nanosecond, and Tp is how much? 45 nanosecond. 45 nanosecond. So when you will divide it, then it will give you how much? It will give you 3.11. So speed up factor is what? 3.11. Option A is wrong, option B is wrong, option D is wrong. So option C is correct here. I hope you understand. Very good question. That types of question they can ask you again from the pipelining. Okay. So what it is asking from you, the speed up of a pipeline processing over an equivalent non-pipelining is defined by the ratio, where n equal to what here? Number of tasks, t equal to what? Time to completion of each task. Task is nothing but here what? Instruction. Okay, and what number of task means? Number of instructions, you can say that. आप लोग number of instruction भी कह सकते हो. K equal to what? Number of segments of the pipeline. S equal to what? S is denoting here what? Speed up ratio. So what is the speed up ratio? So S equal to what? Execution time of the non-pipeline processor divided by execution time of the pipeline processor. Okay. So how we can calculate execution time of the non-pipeline processor and execution time of the pipeline processor? So clearly here what we have total number of, so we need to change in the option. So here put n plus 1. And here is what? 1 minus n. Here is what? 1 minus n. Okay. अब हम लोग क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करेंगे. So how you can calculate the execution time of the non-pipeline processor? So very simple. If any non-pipeline processor have n task or n instructions, so how you can calculate the execution time of the non-pipeline processor? Simply n into cycle time. N into cycle time of the non-pipeline processor. N into cycle time of the non-pipeline processor. So when you will multiply the total number of tasks or instruction with the cycle time of the non-pipeline processor, so this will give you what? Execution time for the non-pipeline processor. And the next question is what? How you can calculate the execution time for the pipeline processor? So कैसे आप calculate कर सकते हो execution time for the pipeline processor? So first you need to calculate total number of cycles required to execute an instruction or task in K segment pipeline processor. ठीक है. So जो हमारा पहला, सपोज हमारे पास n इंस्ट्रक्शन है और n टास्क हैं और K सेगमेंट की पाइपलाइन में उन्हें हमको रन करना है. सो जो आपका पहला इंस्ट्रक्शन होगा वो जितने सेगमेंट की आपकी पाइपलाइन होती, पाइपलाइन प्रोसेसर होता है उतनी ही साइकिल लेता है। तो जो पहला इंस्ट्रक्शन है एन इंस्ट्रक्शन में, जो आपका पहला इंस्ट्रक्शन है, इट विल टेक के साइकिल बिकॉज हेयर वी आर यूजिंग व्हाट, के सेगमेंट पाइपलाइन प्रोसेसर। सो आप इसको ऐसे समझो, फर्स्ट जो आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन होगा, ठीक है, इट विल टेक व्हाट, के साइकिल, इट विल टेक व्हाट, के साइकिल। रिमेनिंग n-1 इंस्ट्रक्शंस, जो आपका रिमेनिंग n-1 इंस्ट्रक्शंस होंगे, वो आपकी कितनी साइकिल लेंगे, n-1 साइकिल लेंगे। कितनी साइकिल लेंगे, n-1 साइकिल लेंगे। सो टोटल साइकिल कितनी हो गई, टोटल साइकिल कितनी हो गई n इंस्ट्रक्शंस को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए के सेगमेंट पाइपलाइन प्रोसेसर पर। सो टोटल साइकिल इक्वल टू व्हाट, के, first one is taking how much, k cycle, plus remaining n-1 taking how much, n-1 cycle. So k plus n-1, okay, so this is a total number of cycles. So when you will multiply here the total number of cycle with the cycle time of the pipeline processor, then it will become what, then it will become what, ये आपका क्या बन जाएगा, execution time of the pipeline processor. So put all the values here, okay. So execution time of the non-pipeline processor is what, n into tn, divide by execution time of the pipeline processor, what, k plus n-1 into what, tp. So this is the speed up ratio, okay. So let's check which option is correct here. S equal to what, n-tn upon k plus n-1 into tp. Yes, so option A is correct here. Clearly you can see option A is correct here. Option B में आपका क्या है, S equal to n-tn upon k plus n plus 1 into tp. No, n-1 is there, n-1 is there. Option B is wrong, okay. Option C, S equal to n-tn k plus 1 minus n, 1 minus n. No, n-1 is there, so this is also wrong. And option D is what, D equal to S equal to k plus n-1 tp upon n tp. No, execution of the non-pipeline processor divide by execution of the pipeline processor speed up ratio का formula होता है. So option D is clearly wrong. So which option is correct here? Option A is correct here. I hope you understand. Okay, let's see the next question. Question number 4. Okay, which of the following is not a form of a main memory? Which of the following is not a form of a main memory? Directly logical question. Instruction cache, yes, it is a form of the memory. Instruction cache, it is a form of the memory, that's why it is not a answer. Option A is not is correct here. Instruction register, yes, it is also a form of memory, okay, that's why option B is also not correct here. Instruction opcode, yes, instruction opcode is not a form of the memory, because as we know that instruction opcode is a part of the instruction, is a field of the instruction. Opcode means it will tell you which type of operation you want to perform, which type of operation. Opcode will give you what, which type of operation you want to perform, okay. So opcode is not a form of the main memory, it's a part of the instruction, it's a part of the instruction, it's a field in the instruction, okay, opcode. And it will give you what types of operation you want, type of operation, it will give you what type of operation in the instruction. So I hope you understand. Option C is not a form of memory, that's why option C is correct here. TLB, translation look aside buffer, it is also a form of main memory, so this is also not a answer. So option C is correct here. I hope you understand. Okay, very much straightforward question, logical question, and that types of question definitely they will ask you. Okay, let's see the question number 5. This is also a good question. Let's see what it is saying and what it is asking from you. A digital computer has a memory unit of 64k into 16, and this 16 is nothing but what, one word size. This 16 here is nothing but what, one word size, okay, one word size, because it is more than from the 8 bit, okay. So when the memory cell size is what, 8 bit, then memory is what, byte addressable, and it is more than 8 bit, okay, means this is a one word size. Understand? I hope you understand. And a cache memory of 2 की power 10 words, okay. The cache uses direct mapping with a block size of 4 words, and block size is given how much? 4 words. How many bits are there in the tag? It is asking you how many bits there are in the tag, index and block field of address format. Block field means is what? Word offset field. Okay, so it is using what? Direct mapping. It is using what? Direct mapping. So draw the format for the direct mapping. Okay, and a memory unit of how much? 64k into 16. This is main memory. Okay, this is a physical size, physical memory size. So what is the total length of the what is the total length? Okay, so 64k into 16, this is a word size, one word size. So इससे हमें कोई मतलब नहीं है. 64k into 16. Okay, 2 की power 6 into 1k is nothing but what? 2 की power 10. 2 की power 10. And this is what? Words. This is what? Words. One word size. Okay, so 2 की power 16 words. 2 की power 16 words. So when you will take what? Log, then when you will take what? Log base 2 की power 16 words. So total 16 bit. Total how much? 16 bit. So physical memory size is how much? 16 bit. Okay, so in the direct mapping we have 3 fields. First one is what? Tag. Second one is what? Index, you can say that, or line offset, you can say that. You can say that what? Line offset or index field also. This is also index field. Okay, and here is what we have? Word offset. What we have here? Word offset. Okay, so everything is given in the question. You need to put all the values in the formula, whatever you have. Okay, so how many bits are there in the tag, index and block field? So how you can calculate word offset? Very straightforward. Word offset, how you can calculate? So you need to take what? Log base 2, block size, and block size is how much? 4 words. Block size is how much? 4 words. Okay, so log base 2 4 means this will give you what? 2 bit. Okay, so word offset is how much? 2 bit. Okay, so 2 bit for the word offset. And how you can calculate what? Line offset. How you can calculate line offset? So number of size of the main cache memory is given. So need to calculate total number of cache lines. Total number of cache lines. So how you can calculate total number of cache lines? Cache memory size 2 की power 10 word, and block size. Block size is what? 4 words. Block size is what? 4 word. Okay, 2 की power 10 upon 2 की power 2. This is nothing but 2 की power 8. When you will take what? Log, then this will give you what? 8 bit. This will give you what? 8 bit for the line offset field. Okay, so 8 bit for the line offset field. Understand? So how you can calculate tag, field bit? So you have what? Word offset field bit and line offset field bit. You need to add these 2 fields and subtract from 16. Need to subtract from 16. Okay, so tag equal to how much? Total 16 bit long format minus, okay, minus 8 plus 2. So 16 minus 10, how much? 6. 16 minus 10, how much? 6. So which option is correct here? So tag field is how much? 6. Here is what? 1. Wrong. 2 की power 8. Wrong. Okay, completely wrong option. Tag bit how much? 6 bit. Yes, 6 bit. Okay, line offset means is index. Line offset means is what? Index. Okay, how many bits? 8 bit. Yes. And word offset is how much? 2. Yes. So clearly option C is correct here. Option C is correct here. Okay, option D is also wrong. So I hope you understand. This is a very good question, and that types of question they can ask you from the mapping techniques. Okay, let's see the next question. Question number 6. This is a very straightforward question. It is asking you what? That types of question I am saying you again and again. They will check your basics. Okay, so this is a good question. Which of the following mapping is not used for mapping process in cache memory? कौन सा यहाँ पर कैश मेमोरी में मैपिंग टेक्निक्स की तरह हम लोग यूज नहीं करते हैं? सो एसोसिएटिव मैपिंग, यस वी यूज्ड, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स नॉट से आंसर. Direct mapping, yes we used, so that's why it's not the answer. Set associative mapping, yes we used in the cache memory mapping techniques. Okay, and segmented page mapping, no. हम लोग इसका यूज नहीं करते हैं, इसलिए हमारा यहाँ पर ऑप्शन डी करेक्ट है. That's why option D is correct here. Directly you can give the answer of that types of questions. Understand? So good question. Let's see the question number 7. What is given in the question और कैसे हम solve कर सकते हैं? Consider a hypothetical processor which is used to mathematical model simulation system. Contains two components to perform the simulation: IU integer unit and FU what floating point unit. The FU enhanced, then it runs, यहाँ पर टू मिस है यहाँ पर, ठीक है. It runs 2 times faster but 20% इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर FU. 20% इंस्ट्रक्शंस आपके फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट यूनिट के हैं और उसी को इनहेंस किया गया है कितने टाइम्स? 2 टाइम्स. कंपेयर देन IU इंटीजर यूनिट. ओके, इट इज आस्किंग यू what is the average gain, means what is the speed up overall. Average gain means is what? Speed up overall. So S overall equal to, we have the formula 1 minus F plus F upon S ka inverse. This is the formula. Okay, so here FU is enhanced and it is running 2 times faster compared to IU. So this is nothing but what? 2 FU equal to IU. Understand? Yes. So here S equal to directly given is how much? 2. S equal to directly we can calculate here what? Speed up how much? 2. Okay, so S equal to 2 here, and 20% instructions are running by the floating point unit. This is nothing but what? F equal to 0.2. Okay, क्योंकि इसको enhance किया गया, F equal to 0.2. Put all the values here in this formula. It will give you what? Over average gain. It will give you what? Average gain. Okay, so 1 minus 0.2 plus 0.2 upon 2 का inverse. Okay, so 1 minus 0.2 means is what? 0.8 plus 0.2 upon 2. 0.2 upon 2, this is what? 0.1 whole inverse. Okay, so 0.9 whole inverse. So when you will solve it, then it will give you what? 1.11. Okay, when you will solve it 1 by upon 0.9, then it will give you what? 1.11. So which option is correct here? Total average gain is what here? 1, no. B 1.05, no. C 2.3, no. 1.11, D, yes. Option D is correct here. Option D is correct here. Okay, so I hope you understand. So this is a very good formula you need to remember. Okay, this is the Amdahl's law. This is what? Amdahl's law. This is what? Amdahl's law. Understand? This is what? Amdahl's law formula. Okay, I hope you understand. So need to remember this formula. They can ask you directly this formula like the previous question. Okay, this is again a good question. Let's see what it is saying and what it is asking from you. A non-pipeline system takes 30 nanosecond to process a task. 30 nanosecond. This is a cycle time. This is a cycle time for the non-pipeline processor. If you want to write, then you can write. This is TN, cycle time for the non-pipeline processor. How much? 30 nanosecond. जो भी गिवन हो सबसे पहले लिख लिया करो. बहुत ही अच्छे क्वेश्चंस बनेंगे, सिंपल क्वेश्चंस बनेंगे, पाइपलाइनिंग से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन बनेंगे, मैपिंग टेक्निक से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन बनेंगे. ठीक है. टू प्रोसेस ए टास्क, द सेम टास्क कैन बी प्रोसेस्ड इन ए 4 segment, मीन्स K equal to given, K equal to what? 4 segment pipeline with a clock rate of 10 nanosecond. This is what? TP. Cycle time for the pipeline processor is how much? 10 nanosecond. Okay, understand? Determine the speed up of the pipeline for 100 tasks. Determine the speed up for the pipeline. Okay, for 100 tasks means n equal to same. N equal to both the places are same. For the non-pipeline processor number of instruction कितने हैं? 100. For the pipeline processor number of instruction कितने हैं? 100. इसके लिए भी कितने हैं? 100. Instruction, task, both are the same thing. Okay, so S equal to what? We have the formula n into Tn upon K plus n minus 1 into Tp. Everything is given. Put all the values here. Okay, so n equal to what? 100 into Tn, 30 nanosecond, divide by K plus, K is how much? 4 plus 100 minus 1 into Tp. Tp कितना है? 10 nanosecond. You need to solve it. Okay, when you will solve it, then it will give you what? 300 nanosecond divide by 99 plus 4, 103 into 10, 103 into 10, 1030. So when you will solve it, then it will give you what? 2.91. It will give you what? 2.91. Understand you all? I hope you understand. It will give you what? 2.91. Okay. So option D is correct here directly. When you solve it, then it will give you what? 2.91. So A is what? 3? No. B is what? 4? No. Okay. Which one is true here? 2.91. When you will solve it. 3.91? No. Option D is correct here. 2.91 is correct. 2.91 is correct here. So I hope you understand. Good question. Let's see the next question. Question number 9. This is a directly concept based question. Pipelining improves performance by, just check through the option. Decreasing instruction latency? No yaar. It is used to improve the performance of the processor. Increase the performance of the processor, not decreasing instruction latency. So option A is wrong. Eliminating data hazards? No. Pipelining is used to increase the performance of the processor. Okay. Exploiting instruction level parallelism? Yes. इंस्ट्रक्शन लेवल पैरेललिज्म से भी हमारे प्रोसेसर की इंक्रीज होती है. ओके, सो यस, दिस इज सिमिलर टू द पाइपलाइनिंग. एक्सप्लॉइटिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन लेवल पैरेललिज्म, यस, ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट हियर फ्रेंड्स. तो डायरेक्टली हमें माइंड का यूज करना है, अपने लॉजिक्स का यूज करना है. डायरेक्टली दे कैन आस्क यू स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन. ओके, डेफिनेटली यू विल गेट सम न्यूमेरिकल, सम लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन. ओके, मिक्सचर ऑफ बोथ. सो एक्सप्लॉइटिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन लेवल पैरेललिज्म, यस. Decreasing the cache miss rate? No. So this is parallelism also increases what? Performance of the processor. So this is similar to this. Option C is correct here. I hope you understand. This is the question number 10. Again a good question. This is the question number 10. Directly you can answer. Again a good question. The control signals in microprocessor which are related to direct memory access, DMA. ओके, सो डीएमए में हम लोग दो सिग्नल का यूज, कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स का यूज करते हैं, एचएलडीए एंड होल्ड. एचएलडीए एंड होल्ड, लेट्स सी कौन सा ऑप्शन सही है. आईएनटीआर एंड इंटर? नो. एचएलडीए एंड होल्ड का यूज करते हैं. रीड एंड राइट? नो. एस नॉट एंड एस वन कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग ऑप्शन. ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट हियर. यस, वी यूजेस टू कंट्रोल सिग्नल इन डीएमए, डायरेक्ट मेमोरी एक्सेस. डायरेक्ट मेमोरी एक्सेस किसको इन्वॉल्व नहीं करता है? सीपीयू को इन्वॉल्व नहीं करता है, टू ट्रांसफर द डेटा फ्रॉम मेमोरी टू IO devices. Okay, so here we uses two control signal directly. You need to remember, they can ask you again that types of question. So hold and HLDA का हम लोग कंट्रोल सिग्नल, दो कंट्रोल सिग्नल का यूज करते हैं किसमें? DMA में. So I hope you understand. Okay, आपने 10 क्वेश्चन को एंजॉय किया. ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछे जाएंगे. Thank you.
If you really like the video, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.